Okay, we are live streaming the Nexus Speedboat Finals, game 2 of 2, with our 7 players who've already played game 1: Jonathan Frank, Roy Rink, Pez Demare, Imperialistic Hamilton, Jackson Roberts, Eustachio Rauli, known as EVR, Chris McKinney, who I don't know a damn thing about, and Super Werdy, who's apparently Italian, even though I said German yesterday. I'm joined by Kartik and Saren. I'm frequently wrong, but never in doubt. Guys, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good, thanks, Ed.
Fantastic. All right, so here were the scores after round 1. Now, we still don't know who's playing who, but whoever played Austria has a very, very slight lead over France. And I know I was thinking, maybe we all thought, why did France draw when they could have eliminated England and had a little higher score? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so it came to me today that there is one caveat about how powers were picked today, which is that it was using the same method as yesterday, except priority now goes in the order of the lowest scoring having the highest priority, all the way down to the highest scoring. So this way, France is only less than 2 points behind the 2 board toppers, but he gets to be third from the last to pick the country instead of, dead last. So that pretty much gives him a veto on the 2 worst powers, which, now that I think of it, is probably something that is better to take rather than the 2 points he could have gotten, or like the however many.
Half, yeah. Or no, you get some more points from the survival that you take, but yeah.
Yeah.
So is what you're telling me, that whoever played Turkey gets to pick first?
Yes.
Yes.
And whoever gets to pick France, whoever was France, gets to avoid Turkey, pretty much.
That's not a bad idea.
Damn. So kudos to France then. I gave them a lot of flack for their play yesterday, but if that's what they were thinking, actually, you didn't give them a lot of flack for the play, but just for taking the draw there. But if that's what they were thinking, then kudos to them. They were like 3 steps ahead of me.
Okay, so that means Turkey will pick first today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Turkey is not going to pick Turkey. We can assume Turkey would what? Pick Germany, England, or France? Probably Germany?
Probably Germany.
Probably Germany, but there is a bit of luck in whether he gets his first or second choice. Because that was how Gorilla designed the system, so that people wouldn't like automatically be able to guess which countries other people were. So maybe Germany, maybe Italy, maybe even Austria, but not Turkey again, probably.
Yeah, England will, I guess, maybe not pick England again. Can you pick the same power again?
Yeah.
I like playing England. I don't know if I would pick it again. Just had a, rough game, but only got 9 points.
Yeah. I think in this meta, I like Germany probably the most, but you can't do what Germany did this game and make an enemy out of everyone.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you have a fall of Icarus. Like, Germany had a dominant position that they could have secured had they just picked certain people to go after and stayed with it, stay the course. Or at the very least manage relationships well enough that, they don't have 4 people coming after them at once. But nothing much you could have done after that.
Oh, while we're doing this, because I'm not a good marketer, Saren, you probably would be able to do this if possible, which is to just link the YouTube for the diplomats on public chat or something of Discord, so people can see that we're doing this. So it won't be the 0. But I'm curious, Kartik, if Austria and Russia tied yesterday, whether or not we will see Austria and Russia essentially be Russia and Turkey. Would you consider those the 2 worst powers in Speedboat?
Yeah, I would definitely consider Russia and Turkey to be the 2 worst powers. I feel like it's just so easy in the current meta and so worthwhile for Austria and Italy to work together early, which then likely means a Lepanto will be coming, and if not a Lepanto, at least an Austrian that will be unchecked and can run through Bulgaria or take the Aegean. And that creates a lot of issues for Turkey, right? If in order for Turkey to succeed, he needs to play like, a little slow, get some basic positioning in the Aegean, whole Bulgaria, and then sort of induce some sort of fighting in the Balkans, Austrian area, involving Russia and Italy, hopefully going after Austria.
If Italy picks fourth, Italy may get Italy again.
Yes, that is very possible.
Anyways, it should be interesting. All right. Man, they put this up on Discord yesterday. I kind of feel bad for Germany there. This is what their relative points value was throughout the game, but at least Germany survived.
Correct.
Without a draw, Germany was in danger of losing more.
If it had gone to 1912, he'd probably have been down to like 1 or 2. So
yeah,
this is not terrible.
All right. So I think what happened is, Saren, you must be right that Austria really wanted to, not Austria, but France really wanted to be able to be in a position to pick not one of the worst powers. And that's not a bad strategy. So we shall see. Okay, here are the spring 1901 moves. Are you able to see them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What do we see that interests us? First thing I noticed is Turkey gave up on the black.
Yeah. I think I actually like that decision. I think if you are in a meta like the one that you are in right now, you need to take certain choices to shake it up. Like, that right now, if you play the standard, go to black, and then either Sunstrom or go to Constantinople, generally you get chewed up by an RAI alliance, right? So here in this case, he chooses to take a risk and say, hey, I'll put myself at disadvantage in the short term. Hopefully that means in the long term, I get a good Juggernaut going. I can defend against Lepanto if it does occur, which doesn't look likely right now. It's possible that could change. Like, there could be a key variant or something along those lines. But I mean, I don't think that's likely in Gunboat where you have Rome go to Venice. But I could be wrong. But yeah, with Smyrna to Armenia, he offers some decent defense against the Russian, encouraging him not to stab, and guess Bulgaria should get a build off of it and should be in a good position to go after Austria if need be and defend his seas against Italy. So I like that a lot, actually.
Saren, or Karthik, either one. Okay, I can get the moves with Ankara and Constantinople, but why go with the Sunstrom? Why go to Armenia in that situation? I mean, if you're signaling that you want to work with Russia, what's the point of that move?
I consider this, what Turkey's written here, the most pro-Russian that Turkey should ever open, really. Mm-hmm. Because Armenia is a way of asking Turkey to get out of the Black Sea, right? Like, most Russias don't do it anymore because they know that Armenia isn't actually going to go to Sev most of the time, but there is the possibility that Armenia will go to Sev. So that does incentivize Russia to, if you're lucky, you would just send back to Sev, and then you have a DMZ Black Sea, and then that's obviously as well as it can go. But if nothing else, it's a message that you're prepared to defend yourself to some extent.
Yep, exactly. It's a good inducement to get him to move back, which is perfect. But it's interesting also if you look at the West, though.
Well, hold on. No. While we talk about the Balkans, Austria's moves are standard, but
Italy is an asshole. Italy is an
Rome
asshole.
to Venice.
Yeah.
Rome following up to Venice does not signal that move to Trieste is friendly.
No, it's just straight up attack. It's I know that people do this, and I know that it works sometimes. It works half of the time. It doesn't work half of the time. That's the way a lot of plans go. But the reason I don't like it is probably just because I have too strong a sense of reciprocity, and I think it's unfair to end someone's game in spring 01.
Not fair.
Yeah, for real.
What happens to Italy, if I'm not mistaken, is when Italy does this is usually bad news for Italy.
Yeah, because Austria just suicide into him, as Austria should.
If Austria doesn't go out of his way to punish it, then there's a lot higher chance it does work out for Italy, which incentivizes him to do it again. But even in this finals game, I would be gutted if I were Austria, but like I'm done. Like you're not getting a good score out of this, so just eat everything at Italy now, because if you don't, then like he might do well, and that's not something you can afford. But that's the way I think. So I know not everyone thinks this way.
Is the move now to push everything back at Trieste and retake it, or wait until after the builds and take Greece?
No, don't even bother with Greece. Like, just kick him out of Trieste, so that he can't like follow up into Budapest and Trieste or something.
Mm-hmm. I think violently punishing Italy is the best call here. Like, you're not trying to play for score at this point. Like, so yeah, just go back to Trieste.
The thing is, if Italy was going to do this, Rome to Apulia in the spring and then Apulia to Venice up in the fall could have accomplished, the same goal of putting two armies there.
Well, at that point, you would just build in Venice. Like you wouldn't necessarily
exactly.
Apulia back to there. But
this gives you the opportunity, if you want to send Venice to Tyrolia, which is nice. Yeah.
I mean, that is the standard continuation, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you want to gamble, you can try to like fill into Vienna and Trieste or Budapest and Trieste or something. But like the standard is just to send Venice to Tyrolia and build a third army.
Yep.
Okay, so now the West, Karthik, there was one very interesting move, at least that I see, that I don't know if I've seen in a long time.
Yes, the fleet move from Brest to Picardy. I am not a fan of that move at all. Like, it's a sign that you want to contest Belgium, but also not anger the English, I guess. But like, why? Like, you'll look like such an idiot. Like, lucky he got lucky and England decided to open north. But like, you could have such egg on your face. And I mean, England's not going to be happy to see a fleet in Belgium by any means either. Like, like I can understand why like France thinks it's a good idea, but I'm just not a fan of it at all. I mean, it may end up working out for him given that England opened north, but we'll see.
Saren?
Yeah, basically what Karthik said.
Okay, well then play decision maker in fall of 01. Does Burgundy move to Belgium, or you kind of hinted you thought Picardy might move to Belgium?
I would like to see, if he's going to do this, Picardy go to Belgium. Because if Picardy is in Belgium, you have some really nice plays you can make in terms of controlling the North Sea. You have an extra unit that most of the time you will never have to be able to help contest there in the future. Like, that's just something nice to have, like 1903, 1904, something along those lines. What would be interesting to see is if he goes explicitly anti-German and tries to make it look like, hey, I'm being super nice to you, England. Like, let's be pals. Like, I didn't go to the English Channel. And he sends Picardy to Belgium and then Burgundy to Munich. Like, unnecessarily aggressive, takes things he likely cannot hold. But it would be an interesting declaration, and one that could at least see England at that point consider, given how much France has declared himself one way. But we'll see.
What does Germany do in this situation? Got an army in Ruhr, but there's two French units in Belgium.
Mm-hmm. I think he has to drop back to Munich. Either that, or maybe send Ruhr to Burgundy, depending on what he wants to do there. I think the benefit of going to Munich is that you do cover it in case he makes the moves that I suggested.
It's quite a disaster for Germany. Like, the one silver lining is that Liverpool's in Yorkshire and not Eddie, so he doesn't have to fear for Holland.
Yes, correct.
Wait, no, he could still get bounced from Holland if England wants to put the fleet in Norway.
Yeah.
And you would think England probably does want to put the fleet in, moving to Norwegian Sea.
Nah, like he can just as easily convoy to Norway and move into Barents.
Exactly.
It's the I'm just gonna rush headlong the wrong way opening for England, but sometimes it pays dividends, so who knows?
Yeah.
What do you prefer, Saren?
Well, I prefer not using this opening to begin with.
Yeah, what opening do you prefer for England?
English Channel.
Channel and Yorkshire, or if I want to do a high variance thing, then I go to Eddie because it gives you more options. Like, I've never actually tried it, but I think I will try it at some point, is convoying into Norway and moving North Sea into Skagerrak. Because if you're gonna like hate Germany that much, you may as well go all the way and invade Skagerrak and like in follow one. It's not like it's gonna make a difference in terms of your relationship with Germany by that point.
Does Germany need a friend right now? Austria is hurting. Most people would tell you in this situation, Germany should bounce Russia, I assume.
No. He should always let Russia in here.
Yeah.
No, he should never bounce in here.
Okay. I think the consideration would be, if England really is my enemy, England can build North Coast. But
I mean, like, if I'm Germany here, I definitely let Russia in. The only time I'll ever not let Russia into Sweden is if England opens the English Channel, and shows some degree of aggression towards towards the French. That's a requirement for me. In this case, it's clear that he chose not to, so he has to be bounced out of Sweden.
All right, you guys ready for fall of 01?
Sorry, let into Sweden is what I meant, not bounced out of Sweden. He needs to be let into Sweden. Yeah.
Got it. All right, here we go. Fall.
Good stuff.
Oh, wow.
France gets 3 builds.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean,
so Austria did a good thing here, which was order Vienna to Trieste. That's an absolute must if you're taking Greece.
Yep.
I don't really like this by Turkey because like either you think he'll order back to Sev or he won't. So why would you order to both Sev and I mean I guess Black could have taken a shot at like Connor.
Yeah.
But to block. Oh, I see. He thought that Black Sea would support Ukraine into Romania, so he's cutting the support and bouncing Rum. I suppose.
Yeah, I think he wanted a friend in Austria, right? With Italy attacking.
Yeah, I guess if he thinks Italy will be staying nice and far away from him and be focused on, maybe, but like if I was a Turkey right here, I'd just be like, hey, I could juggernaut and then just roll over Austria and stab Russia later when I have a chance to.
Yeah, or he could have gone and killed Russia at the start, but like once you let him into Black Sea in Spring 01, that's kind of hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am really liking France here. Like, how did they even kill him after this? Is it even possible?
I mean, they can kick him out of Belgium.
He's 3 builds with 1 guaranteed in 02.
Yep.
And Germany's only building 1.
Mm-hmm.
And England's all the way in Barents. Holy shit.
No,
and Italy's attacking Austria.
Yeah, if you're France, you have to be just like in love with your position here. So clearly this is all part of Turkey's master plan, I think. Throw game 1, get France in game 2, and let people do things like this. Brilliant.
Okay, so France builds, I would think, 2 armies and a fleet breast, or declared war on Germany. You got
yeah, 2 armies and a fleet is fair.
Yeah, I think so. And with a sneaky fleet in Belgium, he has a lot of chance to do some very nifty things with it eventually. The fact that he has an army in Munich right now will be super critical, though, since he won't have the army in Belgium that he can otherwise normally have to help support him into Ruhr. He'll have that in Munich, and that will create a lot of issues, I think, for Germany going forward if Germany can't force him out quickly.
I mean, Germany has so many immediate issues. It's just mad.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
But I will say, good job in Germany supporting Bothnia into Sweden. I always like to see, like, if you are going to let him in, support come. And he made the right decision to let Russia into Sweden here.
Yeah. No, I actually thought there was like a way too high chance he might bounce it after seeing Germany's bounce it repeatedly, but thanks, Germany.
I think the lesson here is Germany would rather have only one build and Munich as opposed to one build without Munich.
Yeah.
I
mean,
mean,
If I was Germany, I would have sent word back to Munich here for the reasons I mentioned in my previous.
yeah, then you would have had two builds, but even if you were bounced out of Holland, you'd be in better shape than
Exactly.
now.
That's fair.
England builds what, given this situation?
He's already said he wants to be France's bitch, so probably Fleet Eddie.
Yeah. I agreed with Saren here. Fleet Eddie, send north to Skag, and then Eddie to north, and then just have a really good time.
All right.
Good time, as friends across the pond says.
Now, what does Russia build? I mean, you would think St. Petersburg or Sevastopol would be on the list.
Yeah, St. Petersburg and Sevastopol.
But you only get one.
St. Petersburg.
Oh, he got bounced out of Romania, right?
St. Petersburg.
Yeah, St. Petersburg. I mean, Sevastopol you can defend with Black Sea. Hope that Turkey comes to his senses.
Actually, yeah, no. He has Sweden, so it's fine. He can probably do something there, so that's fair.
All right, so Italy will get two. Let's say Fleet Naples is one. What's built in Rome?
Army Rome, Fleet Naples.
Yep.
After what he's already done.
That's what I think too. All right.
Wow, France.
Wow, I like it. I like it. The strong.
That is telling England. That is telling England you have nothing to worry about with me.
Yep. Hopefully, London doesn't go to the English Channel as a nice reward. We'll see what happens there.
That would be super interesting. And then we have the fleet Ankara built by Turkey, which makes sense. We didn't cover that, but.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he wants to take back the Black Sea, and.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not unreasonable. He'll get into like probably fall 1902 in a roughly normal position. He'll have a fleet in Aegean if he can. Hopefully, he doesn't lose Bulgaria. We'll see what happens.
I'm not sure I like this from France, namely because I'm not sure it's necessary.
What could England do even if he built a fleet breast, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's England gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I think
Probably works out for
Italy may be tied up with Austria.
Yeah.
But the army is going to be tied up. I guess the army will move to Spain.
If France decides to attack Italy here, I will be fairly disappointed. Unless maybe he doesn't and then gets like all of Italy and then has a really successful game and I'll have to eat my words. Possible, but I guess we'll see.
I mean, France tends to like Austrian success and like, slowing down Italy in the advance could be nice, would create some more chaos in the east and allow himself to resolve Germany before.
Is Army Kiel here a mistake? Don't you want to build Army Berlin so you can move Holland to Kiel and kick France out of Munich? Or am I missing something?
I prefer Army Berlin here, yeah. But not to bring Holland down. I would want it so that I could send Denmark down and stop the retreat.
Yeah, but Denmark and Holland can just like bounce in Kiel.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But now he can't do that. So like he can't safely evict Munich, and France is going to have reinforcement for it in the.
Exactly, which is my point. Like earlier, like if he can get free rides into Burgundy, then Germany's going to be in big trouble. Because Ruhr can be forced using support in Munich. Like things can happen against him.
Well, it depends on England, right? What if Germany's calculation was, I'll take Belgium, and then I just move Kiel to Munich? Okay, fine. Munich either holds or it goes to or they trade spots.
Not that great though, because what happens in the fall when the other guy has a unit in Burgundy, and can then just send Burgundy to Munich, Munich to Berlin, or Munich to Kiel, depending on what kind of guessing games happen. There's a lot of options then at that point. And if England or Russia choose not to be on side, then you're looking at an issue. I think Russia being on side is likely, but England being on side is very much not, especially after you let Russia into Sweden.
You absolutely
Go ahead, Saren.
you absolutely need Russia and England to be distracting each other for as long as possible right now.
Yep.
Well, I think that'll happen, right? Isn't Norway's quickly going to move to St. Petersburg?
Yeah, and then North to Skag, London to North.
Norway. Well, or do you just give up Norway and take it back in the fall if you
I
get?
think support hold Norway and then north to Skagerrak and backfill into north. This might be the strongest plan of attack. You
Or you can just support Norway into St. Petersburg right now, and then send north to Skag.
I mean, Sweden getting into Norway is problematic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying.
And that would presumably be the mover.
Norway would eventually be the mover, yeah.
It's a guessing game for Russia here, but you can hold out for a while if you guess as well.
Correct.
And if you're Austria, what do you do in this situation with, I do really like the move of Vienna to Trieste. You've isolated one of the Italian units. What's the play? Hope that Turkey doesn't attack you?
I'd support Vienna into Budapest, and then hope Turkey doesn't attack me, and then maybe send Trieste to Tyrolia, to bounce out Venice to Tyrolia. Or send Trieste to Venice, just to cut it, let him into Tyrolia, but prevent him from getting into Venice. And also that cut prevents Venice slipping into Trieste as well.
Yep.
This may be a move. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Austria, the players may know if Austria was where Austria was taken. So if France, for example, who person played France, picked Austria this time around, they maybe think
he wouldn't know because they all submitted their preferences to Gorilla, and he privately did all the assignments. So I don't think.
Oh, okay. So they don't know. They only know where they pick.
Yeah.
And they gave their preferences ordered 1 to 7.
They just submitted lists of their ranking 1 to 7 to Gorilla, and he took care of everything. So.
All right. Let's look at spring of 02. Well, Germany, England did just what you said, Karthik, but
okay.
Down. Now they can't hold Norway, but there is a Russian fleet in Norway.
And there's a Danish fleet in Sweden now.
Why did Germany do this? Now he's just lost Berlin and Munich, so he's done.
Yeah.
You could see this coming. It wasn't hard to see the set of orders.
How did he lose Munich?
Because Berlin will support Burgundy to Munich.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
On the plus side, there
should have been Holland then, if he was going to do it this way.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even so, Ruhr could have been cut, so it wasn't. He would still have lost Munich either way just by doing what he did.
Yep.
Lost Berlin and Munich. I mean, this is not good for Germany. And Denmark to Sweden, I don't understand. Let me attack the only person who would want to work with me right now.
Exactly.
I think this might be one of those Germanys who says, "Oh my God, England's attacking me, so let me be his bitch and hope that he stops attacking me because I'm gonna play as his sir." I don't get it. It works sometimes, but I think it's a mindset that makes you lose more often than not in Gunboat.
I mean, you have a clear EF here,
Yeah.
Well, why is it so bad for England? England's going to pick up St. Petersburg. England's going to pick up Denmark.
Yeah.
And England can get Norway back.
Yeah.
It's good for England. It's a
good
disaster.
For England. It's bad for Germany.
It's a disaster for Germany. He's probably going to be dead very soon.
It is a disaster for Germany.
And Black Sea just got disbanded.
Yeah,
Oh,
kudos to Turkey there. I was literally about to say, like, that.
Yeah, but okay, if you're Russia there, it's pretty obvious that this is what Turkey is going to order, right? Like, you have to support Black back into Sev. Just to keep that unit.
Either that or support Black to Romania.
Just one to go back. I love how Belgium holds and just has the accidental retreat into English Channel, right? We don't see it yet, but that's obviously where the fleet's going to
Yes, correct.
I like that. And I love Turkey's play, but how about Austria here? I mean, they disbanded that Budapest.
Yeah, Budapest just got picked.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nicely done, Austria.
I like it.
And now they're going to get Trieste back.
Yeah, he has a future. Oh.
With a bill.
Yeah. No, I would note that if he had gone with my suggestion of supporting Trieste into Budapest and sending Vienna to Trieste, that not only would he have picked Budapest, but he would have bounced Venice out of Trieste, and he would have all of his home territories open.
Could you repeat that, Karthik, so I can hear?
So earlier in before we went to spring 1902, I said the correct move set for Austria here is to send either Vienna to Tyrolia or Vienna to Trieste, and then support Trieste to Budapest, depending on what you thought was more likely. If you wanted to be very aggressive and you assumed that Venice was going to go to Tyrolia, you could just stop the entire chain there. Or if you wanted to play it safe, you'd send Vienna. What I said was
Trieste to Venice, and then
Trieste
Vienna.
to Venice. Yeah, sorry, I said Trieste to Venice. But yeah, that would have caused Budapest to get piffed, and you would still not have the army in Venice and Trieste now. Yeah. But it's not the end of the world for Austria, because you can just force that out as well. But that does allow a retreat into Albania, which is going to be annoying, or could be annoying.
I mean, I think Italy really messed up by moving Rome to Apulia.
Not necessarily. It can be convoyed into Albania, and then the retreat can just go to Tyrolia.
Okay. What do you think about the Russian move to Moscow?
I don't understand. Like, if you have Galicia, Ukraine, and the fleet in Black, you save the fleet in Black, and you have 3 units to defend your southern front, at least for this year. Like, that's more than enough. You don't have to send that down to Moscow as well. I think the correct orders here for Russia would have been to use Sweden to support St. Pete to Norway, because no sane Germany would ever catch Sweden. This one obviously was not sane. So.
All right, let's see the fall. Well, England got worried about London and didn't take Denmark.
Germany walks out of Sweden.
Germany lost Munich. A lot of crazy stuff going on here.
Okay, Germany feared England feared a convoy into London, which I guess is fair. I mean,
sure.
Again, poor form by Russia. You gotta save Sev there.
Prioritized Romania.
You don't prioritize Rum over Sev, I don't think. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah,
maybe he has some master plan, but
and then poor I'm not sure why he sent Apulia to Venice instead of convoying into Albania or into Greece, which in this case was offered support. I wouldn't have convoyed into Greece, I'd convoy into Albania, but oh well.
I want to say, I am totally rooting for Austria now.
Team Austria right now.
He has a good position.
Yeah, somehow. He saved himself.
Good position and has lost 2 home centers in 2 years and got him back.
Yep. I think Italy has just misplayed his orders from a tactical perspective, just completely. Just blunder after blunder after blunder here. I don't know what to say.
Where does Italy retreat?
Honestly, at this point, I think I would just give up my attack on Austria. You could retreat into Albania and try to, like, do some shenanigans, but I think at this point it's clear that you lost, and he should just retreat into Tyrolia and then just apologize and, like, walk out, like, with his tail stuck between his legs.
I think he should straight up disband. Like, Turkey's about to get massive. Either, like, rebuild in Rome or Naples or something.
Yeah, I actually like the disband call a lot, actually. Disband and build, like, a fleet in Naples.
Like, Turkey is, about to build, so it's, I think they have to attack him now.
Yeah, just say mea culpa and hope Austria thinks that's good enough.
And look at that. France is just, like, testing, prodding a little bit around the West Med.
Yeah.
France gets 2 builds, if I'm not mistaken.
One.
He loses Belgium, but he gets the one from Spain plus Berlin.
Black Order into. Oh, he had both. All right, 1 build. What does France build?
F-Mar? Maybe Army Mar, but I don't know. At this point, I want to attack England, but I feel like he's not going to do that.
Like, I actually like the call of F Brest here. I think France in a position where it can take on both England and Germany simultaneously.
Well, the problem is that England is building.
Yeah, I guess build army, like, Paris or something like that then, and then, or army Marseille, and then just keep your attack against Germany, get another build, get Belgium back, and then build up Brest in 1903 winter.
Germany.
I don't know. I really want to build a fleet here as France, because you have 4 armies. Like, France doesn't need, like, more than 4 armies.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. That's why I wanted fleet Brest. But, like, your point about about England getting a build does disincentivize France from rattling the cages this turn.
Mm.
Okay. We'll see it in a second. But Army Munich. I mean, Germany's got to disband one. So, which is the unit disbanded? I mean, do you retreat Munich to Kiel and then decide to disband something?
I don't think he's disbanding, because he got Belgium but lost Berlin.
Oh, he got Munich. All right.
He could have built if he had just held in Sweden, but
he's got 4, so he's flat.
This is just not good. Like, if England was taking Denmark there, he was supporting himself in. So so ordering Sweden to Denmark would have done nothing in, like, any set of plausible orders that England could have done. Mm-hmm. We may as well hold in it.
They would have given him a build too.
Yeah, exactly. He would have built.
Builds in Kiel. Just a disaster. All right, let's look at the winter.
Fleet Brest and Fleet Liverpool.
I like it. We love to see it.
An army Ankh, Jesus. Like, yeah, Turkey is going all in with this.
Put this map in your head while I get some new slides going, and give us your view of what's going on.
Yeah. So you see that retreat into Albania. Italy is deciding to continue his attack on Austria, which at this point is pretty obvious that he's not going to get anything. So I don't think this is a particularly great decision.
Yeah, no, this is a poor strategic decision, in my opinion, from Italy here. I don't know why he's doing what he's doing.
It's as Claus says, retreat, like, disbanding is, like, the best order in the game. People don't do it enough.
I agree 100%. Like, this is disbanding right here would have been the right call for Italy.
I'm not able to look at the screen right now. Do you remember where he retreated to?
He retreated to Albania.
Okay, so play which power you'd want to be right now, even though you don't see the map.
I would definitely want to be France. France is in a beautiful position. Like, he will be able to, I think, win the war against England. It'll be a slower war because England did build Fleet Liverpool, but I think I think he's in a good position to take care of it.
So we're just at Winter 02, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a second here, and we're gonna pop up. We are okay. Give me. Won't take long.
So the game is up to follow 6. So we're just 3 years. Just fine.
Yeah. Hang on.
Uh-huh.
Talk.
Hmm?
Just gonna take a little bit of talking. You just guys talk for just a second.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry. But yeah, so like we talk about like, why Italy was wrong. Let's talk more about, I guess, the East and talk about how Turkey has been very right. I think they took advantage of the AI catastrophe and then some poor moves on Russia's part in order to secure like a really strong position in the East. I mean, they got the armies like where they need to be. They got to Sevastopol. They'll likely get the Aegean in like short time. And given all of that, you definitely have to like Turkey in the East. Russia's basically capsizing in the north, which means the rest of Turkish gains in the East off of Russia should come relatively easily, or at the very least, he shouldn't be permanently dispossessed of them anytime soon.
I mean, Russia can fairly easily have like a pseudo line at Warsaw and Moscow. So I actually don't hate Russia's prospects for survival. Like I think
I don't think I hate Russia's prospect of survival, but I wouldn't be surprised if, like, an ambitious France, like, started creating issues down like in 1905, 1906 time frame, or if England was able to get the jump like tactically on France, if France misordered, then you could start armies. If armies in like Livonia, like, start, from the north started coming in, Russia's position gets much weaker if they were coming from England or Prussian Silesia from the continental France.
Yeah, but hold up. At that point, we're talking about like a solo, right? That's a solo campaign.
Right, correct.
So, I mean, either way, he's going to survive if it comes to that. He just, you know, it's just that everybody's game is over at that point, except for France, because this is
Russia can hold out for a while in Warsaw and Moscow against Turkey, unless Austria joins the Turkish campaign. I have no idea if the AT will happen. Or if Turkey will choose to work against Austria here. Both of them would be interesting decisions. But yeah, let's see it. Cool.
You guys are down on Turkey a bit.
Huh? Okay, let's see it. I like that the Army Ankara build. That's a good one. We'll get Turkey in position to go further against Russia. I mean, right now he really needs some armies to help push there. Army Vienna is a given. I mean, didn't have much of a choice. Same for Army Warsaw. But as Sarah mentioned earlier, the Fleet Brest and Fleet Liverpool is just beautiful. Yeah. Is there anything else?
Right. So let's see the spring.
Yep. Okay. French and English orders are about what I expect. Western going to Mid-Atlantic. Brest supporting hold in the English Channel makes sense to me. What I didn't expect to see was Belgium walking out. Yeah, that's actually very interesting. Also didn't expect to see Berlin to Silesia there either. And then Warsaw to Silesia, that bounces. Kudos there. It looks like Germany will try to get the EG that he wants after all.
Germany's retaking Berlin. Is he retaking Munich as well? No, I don't think he'll get Munich.
Yeah, he'll just tap Munich and then get Berlin.
Yeah. France will just tap Ruhr and Kiel, right? And not have to lose Munich.
Right.
But that means he has a shot at getting Belgium back if he wants. So it's a bit of a guess there, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, quite interesting.
And in the Turkey, East, the war did not end between Italy and Austria.
I don't understand. Like at this point, it's just why are you continuing to do this, Italy? Like, if you actually want to attack Austria, like wait for a moment where you can like basically kill him in like 1 or 2 turns. If you
Yep.
get into this long drawn out slog of a war, it's just quite dire.
I don't think Italy expected to take Greece, but it is curious that he didn't move to Tunis. Could have taken it back theoretically, but
Not if France had convoyed Spain into Tunis.
Yep.
No, he would never have done that. So it's more of a novelty than anything else. But
Yeah, I think he made the right decision that France was going to be preoccupied with England here, so he didn't really feel the need to.
yeah, I might have felt the temptation to tap West Med, but I guess there's no need for that necessarily. This is a very successful turn for Turkey. I mean, that convoy working means like convoy working is a big deal.
Yep,
Like
it is.
pretty
It's
much
huge
predicted
opposition.
what Russia was gonna do. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
And
Well done.
Austria tried to, like, you know,
why Turkey is not the strongest on this board right now. I mean, is there any argument?
I think Austria can still keep his land expansion in check for some time. I presume Italy will at some point wise up. But I think France can beat England head to head. It'll take some time, but I think it can happen. We'll see. But I actually, the more that I think about it, I think the more I do agree with you that Turkey actually may be in the strongest position.
If Turkey gets his builds this year, then he should be in a very strong position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic for Turkey, and notice that Austria supported Romania. I don't think we've seen any overt Austrian Turkish moves against each other
until now.
I mean, Turkey supported a hypothetical Italian convoy into Greece.
Right. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah.
All right. Big predictions for fall.
I think Turkey probably gets. You can't guarantee it.
You
It
can't
depends
guarantee.
on whether England moves to St. Petersburg, moves to Moscow, right?
I mean, St. Petersburg isn't actually going to get into Moscow unless Russia is really, really, really mad at Turkey. So that's just a posturing support. It's saying, England, can you cut his support for me?
Yeah.
Right. That's so Turkey may help Ionian to Aegean, huh? You think?
You mean to Greece?
To Greece.
I could see it. Yeah.
I could see it. I could see it.
But that'd be a good way to break down Austria, and get rid of the Austrian fleet, keep Bulgaria safe, puts you in a good position to do some cool things. I like that move.
Huh.
He guessed Albania would go to Greece, and he supported him in. It's a bad turn for Austria.
Oh, yeah. That's brutal. Loses Trieste and loses Greece with the fleet piffed. Don't like to see it, but
Turkey has not gotten his build.
Yep.
Romania. Oh, yeah, you're right. But
it can actually not.
But he got two disbands. I mean, he got two disbands by Austria.
Yep.
Just one now because his fleet got piffed.
Yeah, but he'll be able to do some nice damage there later. I'm sure. Actually, I'm not sure. Actually, I was gonna say he'll probably be able to get Serbia, but Italy may be able to force a strong position there.
I think Italy has the edge in the Balkans now because his armies are in Trieste and Greece.
Yep.
And not building for Turkey was unfortunate here. Obviously Turkey, there's no way Turkey was, would have wanted Italy to get 2 builds here. He couldn't have seen Trieste coming. He would have wanted, okay, maybe I give Italy 1 build. Maybe he was not even expecting Italy to move with Albania at all. So who knows? Huh. England supported Holland back into Belgium. So that's how. Okay.
And then loses the Irish Sea, though. Retreats to Wales. That's probably a good call.
And also, okay, this is Germany just exchanged Berlin for Kiel, which is not good for him either.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as now he doesn't. Yeah, no, this is not great for Germany still. Fair.
Okay, I can't even do the math, but England will pick up 1, right?
Right.
Yep.
France
England
goes down
what?
1.
France is even.
He lost. Oh no, he didn't own Belgium. Yeah, I know. You're right. You're right.
And the big story, Italy builds 2.
Yep.
And that potentially has quite a strong thing going on in the Balkans. This
I
is
expect
just
Army Venice, Fleet Naples, or for Italy.
I wouldn't be
Two
opposed to Army Venice, Army Rome, or Army Venice, Army Naples, like say he convoy. There's a lot of options for Italy here, actually, I think.
like Turkey's not building, so what's he gonna do about it if you build Fleet Naples?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hope it goes west.
You know, I'm liking England's position now. I actually don't hate it.
Yeah, the fact that England got a build is very, very nice for him, actually. Like, you know.
Fleet
Like he's
Liverpool.
gonna leave regardless, but
Yeah.
he's gonna get kicked out of St. Pete because Russia's not liking him. Wait, Russia's disbanding.
Russia
So
disbands 1.
yeah,
I'm
no,
going to presume disbands Livonia.
it
Yeah,
depends on who he's more mad at, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, if Russia disbands Livonia, England, I think, is certainly in, like, you know, the driver's seat for the match. Even though he did lose, like, you know, the Irish Sea, with the build that he gets, like, he'll be in a very good position to defend against France. And with Germany on side, like, you know, France gets weaker by the moment. And also, like, you know, St. Petersburg, Sweden, and Norway don't take, like, you know, too many units to defend. Like he'll be at a unit advantage relative to this.
I think Sweden should have moved to Denmark. If it takes it, he still gets a build off of Germany. If he doesn't, and it gains a friend with Russia, if it bounces, he still gets his build.
I don't think he wants to antagonize Germany right now. I think Germany's a nice little puppet against France.
Yeah, correct. The EG's back on. I'm confused. This is why I hate Gunboat. All right. Livonia gone. Army
Nice.
Venice, Fleet Naples, and Fleet Liverpool. Got it mostly right.
Yeah, a lot I think hinges on what Italy decides to do, because if he decides at some point to, like, because he has position right now to wander west if he wants, and that's gonna, like, really put a nail in France's ambitions if he does that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, he may have a buddy if he moves Ionian to east, right?
Right.
Back in Austria.
I think.
I mean, Italy and Austria are done. Like, at
Yeah.
this point, Austria is just suiciding what he has left against Italy, or
Yeah.
maybe, like, trying to hold out. I don't know. If you're less vengeful, you just hold up in Budapest for all the good it'll do you. But Russia can hold out for a while, really.
Mm-hmm.
So
Unless.
What does France do? Can't take Berlin.
well, you keep fighting England and pray.
Yeah.
What else is he
Take
gonna
the channel, try for the channel, stop North Atlantic, support hold Irish. I mean, damn, there's a lot of tactical considerations here.
You know, there's a lot of moving parts for France to handle, and unfortunately, I don't think he can capture all of them, right? Like, you know, he does need to defend territory against Germany while also maintaining control of the seas while England has a fleet advantage on him. So he's in a pickle.
It's just a pain in the ass. Like, once England gets to 6, it's like a total pain in the ass to kill him.
Yep.
And France is even, like, France has fewer fleets than England, really, fewer relevant fleets. So
Yep.
that's not
And
great.
especially considering the fact that Russia is weak. Like, you know, if he had a strong Russia, like, you know, he could exert some pressure on England from that side. But with with England not having to worry about Russia at all, like, he can just use 4 units, like, you know, despite only having 6 centers, like, you know, he doesn't need to defend, like, doesn't need 3 units to defend the 3 centers he has in Scandinavia and the East. So he has an extra unit basically free to cause chaos against France. Whereas France, with his far-flung empire, needs more units than he has supply centers to defend. So he's at a major unit deficit there. And he's in a very weak position despite me considering it very strong just a few turns ago.
Who would you rather be, England or Italy?
England.
It's hard to say. Like, Italy has more power at this point to influence the game, but not necessarily better topping prospects.
Mhm.
I think if Turkey thought about everything you just analyzed, Karthik, and that was why, and he thought about all of that and decided to like IT work with Italy instead of juggernauting, then I think that would have been just fantastic, you know, a splendid sort of foresight in terms of strategy. Like, I'm not saying that's what he actually did. Like, a lot of things play into what people decide to do, but that would have been like, that would have like made a massive difference. I think we'd be seeing like a lot more of a supercharged France right now if there had been a jug.
Well, here we go.
He goes west.
Oh, here we go. Italy goes, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're going to pile on France.
I think I like this as Italy. Like, it's probably his fastest growth.
I agree.
So I like it. Just let Russia fight it out with Turkey, and like, you know, let Austria sit there for a while since he's clearly not interested in suiciding, I guess. Although he might do it like next turn when he can like support from Vienna, so who knows.
I do like the English move into Denmark. Gonna basically be saying, I don't really need you anymore. I'm just gonna take your dots and replace you.
Would have been better to take it in the fall.
I would rather have taken in the fall, correct. But it's also interesting sort of the merry-go-round that France and Germany have been on for the past couple of years. Like, you know, the Munich, Berlin, Kiel show. Interesting.
France is back into Belgium.
Yep.
But I don't know how long that's going to last.
Right.
England really needed to hope. Sorry, France really needed to hope that they would take the channel.
Yep.
Yeah, and now he has to like, I don't know, like it's sort of a damned if he does defend Spain and Marseille and damned if he doesn't sort of situation.
So. He's got Spain to worry about also.
Yep.
Ugh. A lot of bad options for France.
So this is where you like Turkey again, who can just sort of sit there for a while and like, you know, wait for the next 8 years to play out and make his play at some point.
Yeah, and if he wants to, he can force Sevastopol. He can give up Romania, get Sevastopol, and take it back again later. If he has Galicia tap Ukraine and supports Armenia into Sevastopol. Like
like just go get Sev here, because if once you have Sev, like you don't even have to worry about Russia anymore. Like you can just let him like hole out in like Warsaw and Moscow for like, you know, pretty much until the rest of the game. It's not like
there's no way Russia gets greedy, right, and moves St. Petersburg to Moscow.
I mean, England? I could see it happening.
England, yeah.
England got greedy with Denmark. I see no reason why I wouldn't get greedy with Moscow.
I think he probably will. Like, what else is St. Petersburg gonna do?
Yep. Supports, like, you know.
Well, I mean, the way I would think about it is Turkey's my rival for the board top.
Yeah, but right now a build is nice.
A build is always nice in diplomacy. Does England have much to worry about, if at all, with the rogue fleet? I really think Irish should have moved to English Channel, looking at it, but
it's debatable. Like, because then he'd have like 4 on English Channel and could kick it out in the fall anyway.
Yeah.
If we'd done that. So.
I think France's move here is fine for the most part. The Irish Sea won't be. No, that's not necessarily true. But like, you know, getting the fleet in the backside like could create some issues for him.
Yeah, like if you can make England like waste a turn to like send Irish Sea back into Liverpool, then okay, you've accomplished something.
Yep.
Like, it's not good.
What does England do here in the fall? Does he try and support Holland back into Belgium, even though he's taken Denmark? He's got to support Denmark, right? Because Berlin is in Kiel.
I
I don't
Yeah.
think there's any reason to like waste a unit supporting Denmark. Like he might just
Yeah.
go for Sweden anyways, and then you're just like,
Yeah, they just wasted time.
Not
Like, you know, I think he'll go like, you know, support London back on the English Channel.
yeah, something like that.
All right, here we go.
Oh, wow. Didn't see that one coming.
Oh wow, France did like 2
Yep.
great bounces.
Yeah.
He called it. Like that's
That's a
interesting.
bold move for Mid-Atlantic to move to West and not Spain. Could have lost Spain.
Man, kudos.
So that was the thing. He just knew that Tyrrhenian was gonna like go into West,
Yeah.
which is fair. Like this was just great orders in the South by France.
Yep.
And now the big thing, France is building.
I don't like Turkey's orders here, though. If I was him, I'd want to take Armenia. Take Sebastopol, and worry about everything else later.
Yeah, if I were Turkey here, I wouldn't have risked like Aegean actually ending up in both South Coast either, because
Yeah, exactly.
then you're probably not getting back into the Aegean for a while, which sucks.
Yep.
Because I don't have the backstabber up, I can't see what North Sea did. Do you guys have a guess?
It supported Holland to Belgium. I love this by France. This was just okay. I give France A+ for these tactics. Everything that could have been accomplished was accomplished in this turn for France.
Very, very sound set of orders from them. I really, really like it here.
All right, one build for France. What does France build?
Fleet Marseille.
Fleet Marseille.
That's what I would do too.
Oh, is England building as well?
Yes.
Denmark as a build.
Yeah, I feel like England should have ordered. I guess there's a strategic argument for not going to Moscow, but I think it was very likely not to be covered. So if he wanted to build 2, he may as well have done it. And he would be building 2, and I would really like his position if he did.
I think England builds Fleet Edinburgh?
Yeah, probably. Oh, no, I think Fleet London. Oh, yeah, Fleet. Army
Why
Edinburgh.
not Army Edinburgh?
Yeah, Army Edinburgh.
Well, he's got a lot to worry about now with that fleet.
Mm-hmm. Army Edinburgh gives strategic flexibility in defending the homeland, and also
his convoy to Norway.
The continent, like, you know, after he deals with that French fleet. I think the Army's right call.
Army Edinburgh and convoy to Norway.
I mean, that looks very, you know, it looks like a very natural move to me.
Mm-hmm. Then you can just send Liverpool up to Clyde, and you can force now out of Edinburgh if need be.
Exactly.
Germany's down, am I right, to 1?
Yes. No, Kiel. Holland and Kiel.
Holland and Kiel. Probably what he keeps.
He may want to keep the Baltic, but I don't know. But I guess if he likes England and is willing to be, like, you know, basically subservient to him, then maybe just disbands the Baltic and says, England, if you want to go there, it's yours anytime you want. I mean,
I see no reason that Germany should favor England this game. What did England ever do for him?
That's my question, Sarah. That's my question.
But,
let's talk about Italy's eastern moves. Took Serbia.
Great.
Italy is in the driver's seat in the Balkans. Like
Serbia is the key to it all.
Because look at it, Turkey is not building again.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and France has to deal with England still.
Mm-hmm.
And I am really liking Italy. Wait, he did lose Trieste. Hold up. So does that mean he doesn't build? Never mind.
Right. He's flat.
Yeah,
okay.
But he has Serbia still, which is nice.
I suppose it would be nicer.
Big Bulgaria? Theoretically, I guess.
I wouldn't want to necessarily if I was in a position, though.
Yeah, I mean, Turkey's working with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, going for Bulgaria when the person in Bulgaria has the Aegean is not so sound, I think.
Yeah.
But
all right. Here's the winter. Oh, and Russia got a bill.
Defend the PIF unit, yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay, spring of 05. Boom.
Norwegian to Clyde? Why? Hmm.
Cause chaos,
Okay,
I guess.
Oh, that's a bad move.
I don't like ordering to Livonia and St. Petersburg. Like there's just nothing. I don't think there's anything good that comes out of that because you won't get St. Petersburg if he bounces it, and if he orders to Moscow, then you'll have like a harder time retaking it because now you'll be in Livonia instead of Warsaw. So you have to use another unit to like cover Warsaw, which reduces your offensive. Like it's this kind of orders that like sort of, I guess. I don't know what it's called, but like you see it all the time. Like people try to hedge both ways, and it's a set of orders that like literally can't work. But Italy and Austria continue their
I just call them
perennial.
incoherent or inconsistent orders. Incoherent, I like more probably, but they're just not good.
Very surprised not to see the Ionian move to the Adriatic or Greece to Albania.
I mean, with Aegean move to Constantinople, I think he has to move to the Adriatic in the next turn. Like, Turkey is sending some very nice signals to Italy, and Italy needs to take advantage of them because otherwise he's not breaking into Trieste anytime soon.
Is Turkey being too subservient to Italy?
Possibly.
I don't know how much longer, though. This is a great taking Sevastopol.
Yeah, with him getting Sevastopol and nice defense in Romania, I think he'll be able to convoy into Bulgaria the next turn. I wouldn't be surprised to see Constantinople move back to Aegean.
Yeah, Turkey really needs to build this turn. Like it's been several years and not.
He'll get the build for sure.
I am not in love with this by France. Like this is one of those situations. Like usually moves are better than holds, right? But moves are better than supports are better than holds. But this is one of those situations where you want to be supporting Mid-Atlantic. There's just no merit to like losing Mid-Atlantic in favor of taking the channel there.
Yeah, because now Portugal is guaranteed lost.
Well, Italy, if I'm not mistaken, can force Spain with Leon moving to Spain now.
Yes.
Yeah, so Spain and Portugal are both lost, and that's, you know, under usual circumstances, that's not good for France. It might be the beginning of the end here.
Yeah. I mean, because France, like, you know, if you are trying to hold out, like Iberia is like one of the places you want to be able to hold. Yeah, France really just screwed themselves here. Went from a great turn last turn to just god awful on this one.
It seems to be a recurring theme with these speedboats, Karthik.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, we should say, I mean, it's 5-minute moves, so it's easier from our perspective, but I am a little surprised France did not move to Norway. I mean, you either take it or, I mean, now he can't get it. Well, he moved to Clyde. I just don't understand that move at all.
I guess from his perspective, he's thinking he can tie up 2 units, both now and one Norwegian with it, but I don't think it's a great idea.
Like, I mean, he sacrificed Portugal in the long way. That's not good.
Yep.
He might get Kiel and Holland, but I doubt, you know. I doubt he's gonna stay even this year.
Let's look at 06, 05. Goodbye, Spain. Goodbye, Portugal.
France stays even.
Hello, Holland and Kiel.
What?
France stays even.
Good Lord.
Wait, what are you good?
Guaranteed Liverpool next turn.
Yeah.
How does this happen? Wales is in London.
Eddie's
a fleet.
Yeah, but he has a 50-50, or what we call a 50-50.
Oh, yeah. There's no way he makes the order necessary for that to succeed. Like, could he support Liverpool to Clyde while France orders Clyde to Liverpool? Maybe, but that's not going to happen.
What does England...
You sound very certain that that's not going to happen.
I mean, like, in all these speedboats, like, I almost never see, like, those kind of orders get played out. So, like,
France just did it. He supported Belgium to Ruhr while Germany was attacking Belgium from Ruhr.
Yeah, okay, fine. France gets lucky every now and then.
But look at this. Russia, again, has accomplished nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was not good for him either way. But now Turkey's looking really good. Okay, wait. Why did Khan go to both East Coast? There's no need for this.
I don't know. If you're gonna send it there, at least send it to the south coast.
I don't think
That is stunning. That is that. I mean, that's as
That's just bad. Like,
so. This kind of position for that fleet, putting it in Bull East Coast, is what you do in a press or face-to-face game after Austria or Italy has been like a master negotiator and like used every trick in their toolbox to like extract that much of a concession from you.
I mean, there's still a fleet in the I mean,
gunboat. Wow.
like this is like next level subservience for no definable reason. Like,
it's insane.
Right. Well, I guess he wants to support Romania with it.
I mean, he has the Black Sea, he has Sebastopol, he has all the units in the world he would ever need for that.
I'm just trying to come up with something. I don't know. I mean, I don't see it personally, but
I mean, East Coast can only do two things: like control the Black Sea, which is never going to be taken from him, with Sebastopol, like in his hands, and defend Romania. But against what is the question?
If he just moves into Aegean, then like all 6 of the centers he currently owns are probably gonna like be guaranteed his to the end of the game. It would take like a super concentrated effort to take them from him. And like,
does he build an army if he's moving to East Coast? I mean, like
I would like moving into Aegean and then building an army. It's just like 2 options, and it doesn't necessarily like tank relations with Italy. This is just flat out Italy. I'm never coming for you. Like, maybe it's the only way to play on IT. I mean, maybe, but
you don't need to do that to make an IT. But like this is.
I mean, I want to see that from Turkey if I were the Italy.
Oh, sure. I'd love to see that from
I mean, what does Italy build? I mean, Fleet Naples?
He has options. We have build Fleet Naples, send Ionian to Adriatic, or it could build Army Rome and then just go up to Tyrolia. Both work.
I mean, I don't know why he didn't move to the Adriatic this time. I guess he was worried Khan moving to Aegean.
Yeah. But now, I mean, he's pretty free to do so, so.
I like Army Rome and then moving Venice into Piedmont. Like, just leave Austria alone for the moment and like go kill France or go kill Marseille. I mean.
Yeah. That's actually also a good suggestion. Send Rome to Venice, Venice to Piedmont, and then you can take Trieste, next turn and take Marseille. That's a great turn.
Why does France just hold Burgundy? You would think, knowing he's lost Spain and Portugal. I mean, he doesn't cover Belgium, which I guess he could have gone to Gascony.
I don't know.
Maybe he ran out of time.
Yeah, could be.
Could be a signal that, like, look, guys, you can fight it out now in Iberia. My struggles are elsewhere. I don't know, but he's still fighting England. All right, let's see what happens in the winter. Army by Turkey, Fleet Naples.
Honestly, if Italy wants to go and kill Turkey right now, like that's become an option. Just because.
I mean, the Aegean's free. Like, Turkey can't defend the Aegean this turn, so why not?
Yeah.
Well, I assume we're going to see Khan to Smyrna, Black to Khan, Romania supports Bulgaria. I mean,
I would be shocked if we saw anything like that, because nothing that Turkey has done has indicated he has any, inclination to defend against Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So we think that Sev will go to Ukraine?
I think it's likely, but we'll see.
We shall see indeed.
All right, well, that's what happens.
Interesting. The move to Albania.
Okay. Turkey's going to have to build some fleets eventually.
Mm-hmm. Or at the very least, make the fleets that they do have useful.
I've heard that in like a super long IT, Turkey literally doesn't build fleets and just like builds loads of armies and goes around Russia and like towards Germany and sort of plays as like a discount Russia. Honestly, I think that if you want to make the alliance work, that's probably what you'd have to do. Just because otherwise, it's like it's not a good alliance for Italy. Otherwise, like this way, it might actually be.
Well, look at France. France doesn't push Liverpool. I guess the thinking is he wouldn't have been able to hold it.
It was a guess. Maybe he just didn't want to guess.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, he made the orders like that would have guaranteed him Liverpool. Would have lost.
Guarantee Liverpool.
No, as in like if he had moved like oh, never mind, ignore me. But I'm saying like the order, if he wanted to, he could have taken Liverpool this turn.
He could have tried, yeah, and he supported it. It would have worked. I mean, it's fair if he wants to bounce the channel if he thinks that London is going there.
Yeah. I think it's more likely when London goes to Wales, like it did. So in theory, like if he loses Liverpool, he could at least dislodge the Frenchman from Liverpool.
I don't think I'd count on London going to Wales because this way Liverpool could have just gotten forced disbanded, and that would have been sort of a problem.
No, he could have retreated into now.
Oh, right. Yeah, never mind. No. Then that's fair. That's fair what he said. Yeah. So now Germany's gonna live because nobody bothered to
Kill Denmark.
And it's not like England and France are going to get along as to who should get Denmark.
Yeah.
There's no way like they'll get along. So Germany lives for the time being.
Oh man, I'd love to see like Germany just like stuck in this game, just like submitting like all holds like until the end of time.
Well, if we think yesterday's France was today's Germany, it didn't end up well for that France.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to just go to the old backstabber thing here. And we'll do it like we did yesterday.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so where are we?
Let me go to Paul.
Yep.
There we go.
That is definitely that's brutal. Russia was counting on St. Petersburg to support Moscow, and I'm not sure I'd have counted on that. Like it was asking a lot of England.
Yep.
Well,
I mean, St. Petersburg should have supported Moscow. Like, to be fair, it should have.
It should have done that. I mean,
yeah.
This is how does Turkey not top this board now? And look, the fleet goes to Khan.
Yeah, now Turkey's going to top this board. Now it's happening. Yep. I don't know. Maybe this was all genius by Turkey. Like, he waited just long enough, and now he has position.
Yeah, maybe he said that I'll placate Italy, and I'll just bide my time, and then take a 2-turn deployment to Aegean when it could have been 1, but whatever. Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. Okay. Fleet Brest. France got to build.
Yeah, because he just disbanded in his retreat of now.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Turkey is another army.
Well, why wouldn't he? He's got a lot of growth now with his armies. The Italian-Austro war might inure to Turkey's benefit with Austrian centers.
Mm-hmm.
What does Italy do here? I mean, he builds in Naples. He can defend Trieste, but you would think he's going to have to try and make a move on Turkey, or no?
I think he has to. Right? Constantinople would be going to Aegean. Karl will be going to Bulgaria. Likely with support from Romania. I don't know. They're going to have to...
halfway through the game with 4 powers within 1 of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got the advantage?
I really like both England and Turkey's position here. I think Turkey's is stronger just because English growth potential is more limited. I think France can put up a spirited defense now with Germany being neutered.
Sure,
Yeah.
France can, but Denmark, Holland, Kiel, and Berlin, France can't hold. He can't. Like if I'm England here, England doesn't need to kill France right now because like attacking Brest and Paris is gonna be so hard. Like all he has to do is make sure France doesn't kill him while he goes and like takes off the northern German centers, which are very scarcely defended right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, if he gets into the Baltic, if he takes Denmark, like, which I think he can, I think he can open up some potential there.
Yeah, Kiel should be supporting Denmark to hold here, really.
Yeah, I agree. Until the end of time, Kiel did support Denmark to hold last turn, which is of note.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. So it'll take England like a couple more turns to get into position to force Denmark.
Well, I'm an avid reader of Saren's article on stalemate lines. I mean, it seems like Turkey's got the better chance to get to Warsaw, Munich, and Tunis. I mean, Turkey's in a really good spot.
I mean, Warsaw is his. Like,
What is this turn unless Germany decides to tap like Moscow or so.
So if I'm Austria here, I would have done this ages ago, but now even more. Like if I were taking over the Austrian position, do everything in my power to try to get a Turkish solo. Because if Austria and Turkey are totally, if I'm Russia, I probably do the same as well. Why not? It's fun. So if Russia and Austria and Turkey like all do everything in their power to like try and like push Turkey across the line right now, then Turkey probably can solo.
Yeah, why would Austria help Italy in any universe?
I have no idea.
Just
Austria needs to spite Italy here, and I think they will do so.
Just spited him in 01.
Yeah. Instead, they just support hold aimlessly. Great. Oh, Italy supported Serbia into Budapest. Interesting.
Yeah, it was because Romania supported Serbia into Budapest. Like, if Romania had just gone for Serbia, then he would have gotten it and had, like, really good position. But Turkey, again, decides to instead keep helping Italy. One turn too much, maybe?
Possibly.
Oh, I don't know. There's a fall move. I mean...
But he's not in Aegean, so he can't, like, force Greece or anything.
Yeah.
Maybe he can force Serbia, I guess, but, like...
And Naples is in the Ionian now, so, like, it's not like...
it's not that good. Like...
I think Turkey needed...
definitely got to move to Aegean at this point, right? And Black to con?
Yeah.
Black can still be useful to convoy armies around, at least to fix the position. But Black will need to go to con eventually.
Okay, and now England can no longer take Denmark safely because he moved out of Sweden.
Right, yeah.
France convoy.
It didn't matter because Kiel apparently wasn't going to support it under any circumstances.
Okay, now this French, this is like another twist in the French-English war because France just convoyed into it.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
I'm not sure I like that at all, but we'll see. I don't think he can get anything out of it, and it does weaken his defensive posture. So
can't get London, can't get Liverpool. I suspect we'll just see it move to York.
Yeah, but then I mean Eddie's defensible too. Like at least it forces him into some guesses, which is nice. But I mean, like it's not great either.
Can Italy take Marseille? We could have theoretically, right? But lose Spain.
Yeah, this turn he could have in theory, and he wouldn't have lost Spain because Mao was cut. I'm not sure what France is trying to do here. If I'm France, I just support hold Marseille. Like, there's no way England.
Yeah, you just have to support hold Marseille now after seeing what like England and Italy are doing turn after turn.
Yeah, like France is getting greedy here when he has no right to be. Like this is a bad call from him, and especially also freeing up Kiel. Like I'm not sure I like that either, but not entirely unreasonable.
Like France now has 2 units in Germany, in Holland and Berlin that have to like defend 5 dots.
Yep.
So,
and by convoy,
Russia's coming for him too. Silesia's gonna like take a stab at Munich or Berlin. It's the only thing it can do. So he has to guess about that as well.
And the issue is, like, by convoying Picardy to Wales, like, it's another army that can't be used to defend those 5 dots, and also can't get a center, which is what I was saying. Like,
It is more fun though. Right?
Yeah, it is more fun, I guess. But like,
All right, let's see how the fall turns out.
Yep.
It just goes to Yorkshire. Yeah.
And Turkey didn't make a stab for anything, and if he did, it would not have worked.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace. Russia guessed incorrectly.
Yep.
And France has to disband because Germany took England up on his offer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Germany's now at 2. Not that he's ever building again, but you know. Wow.
Yeah.
It makes it easier for England to take Denmark and then kill Germany later.
Yeah, what does Germany care? France is the one that did it to him.
What has England ever done for Germany?
No, England's the one who did it to him. Like
France started it.
England opened north. That's starting it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Different ways of seeing the game. I'm disappointed that Khan didn't move to Aegean because now he's not going to get Aegean. Like, I don't know. I feel like Turkey waited 1 turn too long, but then again, I've been feeling that for like the past 3 or 4 years. So.
What does Turkey build? Gotta build a fleet, Khan, right? Gotta. Or you build another army.
He's gonna build fleet, Khan. Like you can't not.
He's gonna build another army. I'm willing to bet on it. He's gonna build another army.
Then that's signing the board top over to Italy. They can just call the game right here if Turkey builds an army. Yeah,
I agree. But like, why, if he's gonna go and build a fleet, right? Why not just send Constantinople to Aegean and then build in Smyrna? Like, the moves that he's making don't suggest to me that he's interested in defending or fighting Italy at all. And I'm not sure why, but that's a decision he's making.
Yeah, if Aegean bounced, it needed to bounce. And if it didn't bounce, then good. He was in the Aegean. I think this is going to be an Italian board top. I think he can hold on to enough for long enough.
I think so, too.
Actually, I don't know. It depends on how...
Stunning in light of the opening.
Yes. I mean, it's a combination of Australian blunders and Turkish subservience that allowed it to happen.
No, Austria didn't want a suicide. So that's what I always say. Like, it's not necessarily a bad opening for Italy. Like, it's really not. And this game is a good illustration of why. Like, it can just as well work out for Italy. The only way it doesn't is if Austria artificially makes it not work out. And the argument is that Austria should, because otherwise the meta is completely unplayable.
Yep.
Italy builds what?
Fleet Naples.
Army Venice.
I think Army Venice.
Army Venice needs to go to Piedmont.
Yeah. Just get that extra build, then you can build another fleet.
Yep, exactly.
That's fair.
We shall.
Let's see. So England should get Denmark next year. Where does he catch up to the Italian 9, though?
Army Venice Fleet Con.
Oh, Turkey finally decided to say, hey, I need my fleets my seas defended. Good for him.
Italy is now leading the board. And if we are right that yesterday's Italy was today's Italy, that would also be the tournament lead.
I mean, I'm not sure where that assessment comes from, but
you were helping me out doing something else when we said that. But
interesting.
All right, what happens now? Do we finally see the Turkish-Italian war heat up?
I think so.
Start?
I would hope so.
Or do we see Turkey go for St. Petersburg?
The fact that it's winter 07 and it's down to like 4 actual contenders means that anybody can king make at this point. And that's probably, I don't know, because they have some points left over from yesterday. So it could actually end up being like a very close 4-way, and like yesterday's point differential is deciding the game. It's possible.
I think we'll see Ukraine go to Galicia, Warsaw to Livonia, and make a play on St. Pete.
We can see it.
Oh, that's interesting. If Turkey makes a play on St. Pete. I just don't like going for St. Pete from the south because like you're never holding it.
But England is so busy that you may actually have a chance to do so.
Yeah, the question is whether he can hold it until 1912, which is a different question from whether he can hold it until the natural end of the game. So
That army build is friendly, but I wonder if Italy now tries to take Bulgaria, thinking that, or should he prioritize Aegean?
I think you should prioritize Aegean. I think Black Sea supporting Bulgaria will be enough to hold it. My question is, like, does he want to go after Romania? Romania could be interesting. Unless, like, I mean, Ukraine could always support hold it. But we'll see.
Yeah, well, I agree. We'll see. But the point is to try and guess and have
Yeah,
fun.
I know, but I'm saying, like, I don't think he'll go for Bulgaria. I think it's too easy to defend. I think the right call is to try and at least force a bounce in Aegean, if not take it outright.
I don't think we'll see anything in the spring, personally. I think we'll see Venice go to Tyrolia, supported by Trieste, and all
it's
nice.
all
I don't know.
You don't think Venice will go to Piedmont?
I think you should go to.
Oh, good.
I mean, it
point.
could go to Tyrolia and then go for Munich. He has options, but this is basically the spring 02 position. But now Italy is Italy and Austria, and Turkey is Turkey and Russia. And
Yeah.
just right here, I think Italy has a slight edge. Maybe like a bit more than a slight edge, but we'll see.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, that's the aggressive play, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Bulgaria. I'm taking Vienna. All right, but I can't Bulgaria be taken back.
Yeah, now there's like threats on Budapest as well, and Serbia and Venice. So we'll see.
I think Italy maybe should have waited one.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Because if he's going to do this, wouldn't Tyrolia be a better position?
Yes, 100%.
Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moving to Trieste was definitely suboptimal there. If he's going to take Vienna with support from Trieste, like, then like Venice needs to go to Tyrolia and force him to retreat to, like, Bohemia or something like that.
Exactly. So
hey, Germany may make it to the end of the game here. Gets in the Munich, might just be slipping around.
I know. Munich, sorry, unless Warsaw supports it, then Berlin should be able to just like kill Germany.
Silesia might well support Munich, or it might just cut Berlin, and but in that case, Germany would still be dead. And now Turkey has like an actual. Maybe I can sort of go for the solo, like in the corner of his mind.
I'd be curious what Silesia does. He may give up. He may go to Galicia if Galicia is the mover into Budapest.
Yeah, I'd send Silesia to Berlin because either you get it or you protect Germany, and like neither is really a bad thing.
I think one thing that no one's talked about yet that we should is that Yorkshire is guaranteed to stay in Eddie this turn.
Yeah, it cannot be dislodged.
Which means that France should get 2 builds. Maybe loses.
I mean, it depends on like whether England takes a stab at like Belgium or Holland or something.
Gotta have a place to build. Too.
Yep, you can free up Brest. No, actually freeing up Brest is a lot harder now with Portugal and Mao.
Mao's gonna go to Brest. It has nothing else to do. So
does Italy then go for Portugal?
I mean, the way that France is playing, I'm shocked that Italy hasn't taken Marseille yet. Because every turn France does something that like leaves Marseille vulnerable with like around 0 chance of actually getting Spain.
Mm-hmm. Like because if he ordered Western Mediterranean support hold Spain South Coast and Spain South Coast supported to Marseille, he would have gotten it this turn.
Am I right that it's just a race now between Italy and Turkey, or is Italy just way ahead?
I think Turkey actually has like some very strong positioning right here.
Right. Who cares about losing Bulgaria for the spring?
Yeah, because you can get it back in the fall, and you have the Aegean Sea, you have Galicia, you have Silesia. Silesia could drop down to Bohemia. Silesia could go for Berlin or Munich. Silesia could cause a lot of chaos here. I think Italy made a big mistake by not taking the or bouncing out of the Aegean this turn. And also by
Turkey
not
has a lot of play right now, so
Yeah.
this was a good
There's
turn.
another thing Stearns wrote about it, the importance of the Aegean. It's not an underrated tile, but it's not rated highly enough, if I remember what you said.
Yes.
Yeah, Austria really needs it if he's gonna want to successfully stab Italy, which is why Italy really wants it instead. And now Turkey has it, which is fair.
Oh,
But
look at
Italy
this.
got his
Italy
luckily,
did
so.
flip into Portugal.
Yeah, he
I'm kind of disappointed by Silesia not going to Berlin. I think
Mhm.
it was the. Oh well.
I think that's just to, let them continue to play Dipsy Doodle up there with the three of them, and I'll concentrate on Italy.
Yeah, but now Italy builds 2 and Turkey doesn't build, so that's not ideal.
But those builds are at least like yeah. Those builds are far away, but on the downside for Turkey, I think Italy is, because Italy guessed correctly, which was up in the air whether he would or not. If he builds Army Naples and Army Venice, and sends Venice to Marseille and convoys Naples to Albania, Italy is in a very capable position to cause some chaos, around the board. Like he'll be able to get Marseille, which will put him at 11. No, he's at 11 now. He'd be at 12, which would be just fantastic, and probably will give him the board top and the win if he can hold them all.
Okay, so England has to. Does England get? I can't even. England lost Edinburgh, gained Denmark.
Yes.
Lost Portugal.
Last to disband one.
England disbands.
What does England disband? Wales?
Depends on what he wants to do. If he wants to king make, he can disband St. Petersburg. If he wants to try and stay alive, he can disband.
The problem with king making in this game is it's only king making for this game. They don't know what the other players' scores are. So I think everybody wants to maximize their centers.
If you king make hard enough, then it doesn't matter. And regardless, I mean this kind of game it just encourages people to do that as Italy more. And I have been seeing in the gunboat tournament, which is going on right now, quite a lot of people are opening the way that Italy opened this game, just because it makes people more selfish when they know that I'm not going to be yelling about it at the end of the game. So
that you personally will be yelling about it, or that someone else won't be yelling about it.
Mostly me personally. I actually, I don't know. I feel like it's just not playable. What are you supposed to do if you go in and you ran Austria and then your game is just done in spring 01?
Yeah, exactly.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I care too much about
Here
this.
we go. Army Venice Fleet Naples seems reasonable to me.
I prefer seeing Army convoyed, but it's an understandable position. Helps defend the Ionian. Helps support Greece. Allows you to play defensively. But Army Venice definitely the right call.
What can Turkey take off of Italy right now?
Nothing for certain, but there are guessing games that are going to be in play. Trieste is going to need to be forced to decide whether he wants to support hold Vienna or Serbia. And depending on what Galicia and Romania do, he can either get the right call there or the wrong call. He could also make a play and not guarantee, but give a high odds of probability of taking Greece if he has Eastern tap Ionian and Romania tap Serbia, and then Bulgaria supports Greece, Aegean into Greece. I don't think that's necessarily a strong position. Like, I don't think you necessarily want Aegean in Greece in spring 1909, but it's possible to do so. There are options for Turkey. It's going to involve a lot of 50-50 guesses.
Does Italy move to Piedmont now or use the army to maybe bounce in Tyrolia?
Like bouncing in Tyrolia, the thing is bouncing in Tyrolia gives him like a great chance of holding on to what he already has. I think if Italy decides to play optimally defensively, Turkey can't really take anything from him, at least not without great costs. There are a few guesses, but
What do we think in terms of the hatred in the West? Okay, Italy just sniped one off of England.
England and France have got to get back on side if they want any chance of them board topping. But like, there's not really a good reason for France to agree to such a deal, I feel like.
Well, yeah, but I mean, England can support. Well, I mean, England's got the MAO at risk. I mean, there's a lot of issues here. I don't know what plays out in Iberia. What do you guys think?
I mean, England doesn't really have much useful things they can do other than going after France for dots, right? Like, you know.
Yeah.
And France, by the same token, doesn't have very much they can do either. Like, you know, their route is through England in order to get back into Mao, in order to cause some chaos against Italy. What is interesting to note is that Wales was disbanded here, which means that Eddie can go to Liverpool at any time. The only issue there is, of course, that North Sea could always take Edinburgh back, which could be annoying for France, but yeah, possibilities do abound.
It's an olive branch.
Yep.
Well, England said, I don't want France on the island.
Yep.
Interesting.
Turkey took Greece. That was a strange move set by Italy. Not to support Greece to the Aegean.
This
if he was going to do that.
Fair. This is fair by Italy. Like they're, you know, he guessed wrong. It happens. Like.
Yeah, I don't think they're necessarily bad orders. I think just
yeah, it is 5 minutes, and like he had to guess something. Double cutting Romania, like cutting Aegean, like that's fair. It's a fair guess to make.
Yeah.
But I think he can just retake. Can he? He can.
I don't think he can retake Greece.
Oh, he can, but he'd have to like cover the other stuff. Like he has to support with Albania, which is, you know, leave some other stuff exposed.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. Germany lives, but now England has a free run at Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Or could take. No, can't take Edinburgh.
If I had to guess, North Sea supports London to Yorkshire here. That's my guess, at least.
I mean, either way, Germany is probably living again this year because if France moves with Kiel, then like England will just get a build, which is no good for France.
And now France is in Mid-Atlantic, 3-on-3 in Iberia.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, this Iberian thing is such a disaster. I mean, I'm shocked that France still has Marseille, but you know, good for him.
Venice does move to Tyrolia, not Piedmont.
So it appears that convoying to the UK did what France needed it to do after all, which is make England pull everything back to like retake his homeland.
Yeah.
So it did something. Okay, I'm rooting for Turkey here, just because that's who you have to root for. As much as it may suck.
Yeah, I'd root for Turkey.
Yeah.
Or England. Sorry, Italy. Oh, Italy got Greece back, but got Romania, but lost Budapest and lost Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Italian army in Sevastopol is not good.
Yep.
So, okay, I see what Turkey was going for here. You wanted to make that guess. So Italy did not have Greece guaranteed after all. Never mind, because Turkey could have guessed, but Turkey guessed wrong.
Yep.
Now Turkey has some problems. But yeah, letting Italy into Rum there is just not great because, I mean, I guess he could just build a fleet and like go to Black Sea this turn. Like that wouldn't hurt him that much.
Yeah, but he lost his fleet. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's bad news. This is a bad turn for Turkey.
He's rebuilding, and Italy's not rebuilding, so he has that going for him at least.
Let's look at France. France, what did France do? France flat, got one.
Yeah,
No.
France got one. No, France got two.
No, he builds
France
one.
lost Berlin.
Oh, he lost Berlin. Right, didn't see that. Yeah, he goes up one.
But still, building at all is, not bad.
Yep.
But the sad news is he can only build an army, which maybe is not as useful as he'd like. But
Yep.
still. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't hate the English position. Winter of 09. No fleet that's going to go to the black now because Turkey built Army Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Going to take Romania.
Yep.
So
Moscow
this gives England a shot at Moscow now because
Yep.
Moscow has got to cover Sev, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but isn't that likely to be a bounce? So Romania may not move to Sev.
I mean, Romania could always go back to Serbia. Romania could always take Budapest back. Like there are options for
Like
it.
Romania should not move to Sev. And here's why Romania shouldn't move to Sev here, right? Like it's in a position that's valuable here. And like if either Moscow's gonna move to Sev or not. So if Moscow doesn't move to Sev, then you just wait for Romania to be dislodged and then retreat to Sev. And if Moscow does move to Sev, then the last thing you want to do is like bounce it because then that means St. Pete is definitely not getting Moscow.
Yep.
But
100%.
we'll see what they do.
Well, do you think Munich goes to Berlin? Putting Warsaw at risk?
I can see it.
Yeah, having a German unit like pinning one of the Turkish units is going to be really bad for Turkey if that's what actually happens.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Tyrolia move to Munich.
I would. I think Tyrolia needs to support hold Vienna.
Yeah. Okay, good point. All right, spring. Well, good news for Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
So
England did not go to Moscow, covered Sev, and Rum went to Serbia.
St. Pete should have gone to Moscow here, right? Like,
Agreed.
nothing to lose by doing it. So, I mean, like, England still has great position in the north, but he has had for a while. Just a matter of whether he can convert fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
That is maximum. I mean, if everything could have gone right for Turkey there, I think it did.
Yep,
Yes.
pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah,
This
Berlin
is
gets lodged. Romania's in Serbia. He's back to Romania.
I mean,
Moscow. Like he's in a very he has to be very happy with how things went this turn.
it would have been even better for Turkey if he had taken the Ionian. It was open.
Yes, that is true.
Like if he had taken the Ionian, then that would have just changed the entire
That
war.
would have changed the entire face of the game.
Yeah, and
now
let's
probably
say
going to say goodbye to Germany, right? Because England is going to put 2 on Kiel.
Yeah, so Kiel has all incentive in the world just to move to Berlin.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Germany, probably. England still is not going to get Eddie
France
back.
Edinburgh.
Yeah. Oh well. So this is now quite inefficient for Italy because he has to use 3 units to hold that one dot in Spain.
Yep.
Which he's, just playing at a deficit in the East, which he can't afford to be doing right now. So that's what gives Turkey the most hope.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from this turn, which was just absolutely great for Turkey.
Yeah, because despite actually having 10 centers, right? Like, he only really effectively has 8 like he only has 7 units in the East, which is basically what Turkey has in the Balkans area, assuming that Moscow is going to be defended with that lone unit.
But can we not assume whoever was first or second yesterday is probably Turkey? This
Probably.
may very well be enough, even without a
Yeah.
board top, for the tournament win.
I think so. I
If
think
we can bring Italy down by 1, I think so, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's quite likely that Turkey.
Oh, more good news for Turkey.
Oh my God, Serbia!
Oh my God. How did you let that happen? Oh my.
I can't tell you how happy this makes me because I've been rooting for Turkey for so long.
No, same. Like,
Turkey,
Oh my
yes.
God. What?
I don't even understand how this happened. Like, Italy had the edge in that war if he had just not blundered, like, repeatedly. This was really thrown away by Italy quite badly, in my opinion.
Yeah, not handling Liberia properly also created a ton of issues for Italy. Like, Italy had a chance to take Marseille with French misorders, or I shouldn't call them misorders, French tactical mistakes that were being continuously and repeatedly made, and Italy just refused to take advantage of them to get Marseille. If he could have done that, he could have had Portugal, Spain, and Marseille, and defended them all relatively easily, whereas then he spent 3 units defending Spain that cost him the ability to defend the Balkans in a guaranteed fashion, and instead has to make guesses and tactically sound moves, which didn't go either way for him. And now he just lost Turkey, I think.
He's just lost. Like, the Balkans are done. It's Turkey land over there.
You have Vienna, you have Serbia, you have Romania,
Galicia.
Right, and the key there is he's not just getting 2; he's getting 2 off the board leader.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that's worth more than an average 2.
Yep.
It's just absolutely devastating. Like, I will say that Turkey got quite lucky in the spring as well because Berlin did not get dislodged and St. Pete didn't go to Moscow. Those were like the 2 things that were out of Turkey's control that he absolutely needed to go right for him, and they both went right for him in the spring.
Yep.
This in the fall is just.
Now, I think tell me what happened to France here. I can't tell. Lost Holland, got Berlin.
Yep.
Holland and not moved to Liverpool.
Yeah, France is even. He didn't move to Liverpool because he didn't want England building there, which is fair.
Yep. So France is still at 9. Have we given France a short shift? This is pretty good. What France has been able to. I mean, look, I know France has been fighting all day. I mean, started out great, but then the mid game has been a disaster. But still at 9.
Yeah, no, France made some very tactically poor decisions in the south, but in his war against England, I would say generally has executed it well. Like, there were a few mistakes that me and Sarna both talked about, but by and large, I think France handled England relatively well.
I mean, aside from repeatedly attacking Spain with no chance of getting it, which I think it's fair. Like, okay, because you're faced with this Italy, right? You've seen all game that this Italy is an extremely passive player. Look at his defense against Turkey, or like his attempts to fight Turkey. Like, if you can read him that well and say he's probably going to panic if I just keep attacking Spain and not bother attacking me at all because he's just focused on defending what he has and support holding and so on, then that could have been the correct play. Like, the same way that Turkey could have said, okay, this Italian is going to mess up later, so I'll power him up right now against the Austria and take my chances against him afterward. Like, that's the kind of thing that you sometimes have to do if you really want to go for the big win. It's the kind of thing that I have is my weakness because I'm not really able to go for things in that way. But if you are, then more power to you.
Tournament disband here. Italy probably came to the same conclusion as us at Turkey. I mean, look at this. Look at these 2 disbands by Italy. That is.
I mean, that's a smart thing. He's just wasting time defending Spain, and he's once Paris drops down to Gascony, he's not going to be able to defend it anymore. So why bother?
Yeah, and if you can get it to be a tie between France and Turkey as well, which I think Turkey has the advantage right now. But like, there's some chance of hypothetically a tie between the two of them, then that's better for a score as well.
Yeah.
So I want to see Budapest piffed. Like,
There you go.
Serbia got piffed as well, which is not as good, but like that's actually fine. Like Turkey can live with that.
Lost Vienna.
So Turkey could again have taken Ionian. The past 3 turns, Ionian was open. He could just supported himself in like all 3 times and it would have gotten in. Wow. He kind of I don't know. I feel like he should have gone for it at one of those points.
Yeah.
But yeah, piffing Budapest, like you have to see that coming as Italy, which maybe he did and just decided it was like worth it anyway. Which
I'm a tad surprised France moves to North Atlantic from Mid Atlantic and not the channel supported by Brest.
I think the figured if you just do that like the next turn, like you could support Mao into English Channel, but getting that there creates some very plausible threats against Liverpool, like in terms of what Eddie can do, which forces him to like be kept honest and keeps that army alive in the on the English Isles.
This is a fantastic turn for France.
Because
the 2 horse.
I'm not sure what Western Med is doing. Like holding, I'm like either you want to send it back east against Turkey, or if not, then why not just bounce Spain? I don't know.
Exactly, because like if I'm Italy, I send it to like to your hanging there, right? Because if you could, then you can just start supporting Naples to Ionian, and then you no longer have to worry about like it being dislodged as you make the moves that you're making.
It's also a problem that Italy has left Ionian like open for the past 3 turns. So I feel like one of those turns you gotta expect Turkey to make a play on the Ionian because you never defend it.
Well, let's see this turn. Nope.
What? Okay.
This was bad for Turkey.
Yeah.
He prioritized. He got Venice.
He got
Serbia.
Venice.
No, he still kept Serbia, right? Because Serbia moved to Budapest.
Yeah, so Turkey's even, so it's not the end of the world. And now he's in Venice, which is good. And Italy's, I don't know if Italy's actually disbanding because he got Budapest piffed. But either way, Turkey is building a lot because he got 2 units piffed. And now, so, I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess.
Not the end of the world, but not great either.
But you could have played that better. Like this is fall. Just focus on keeping what you have. Like get you can go for Galicia in spring next year. You can position then.
And France builds 2, right? Picks up Holland, picks up Spain. France may be in the lead. I have to look when we go to the winter.
I think France is in the lead by center count right now. There's 1 more year, Ed.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So it's not over, but
11. That could have gone much better for Turkey than it did, and it should have. This boat should be an army, right? It convoys into Greece. Like, come on. Oh well. Ay.
Okay, only 1 game year left.
I don't understand. It's just a comedy of errors over here in the East.
Yep.
Okay, so Turkey's finally taken the Ionian.
Oh, that's brutal. France blows the convoy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was the win right there, I think.
That was the win.
England supports Belgium to London.
So that's probably Pez, because he's the person
Right
who orders convoys.
Yeah.
Pez de Maris, France. England supports Belgium to London. Oh yeah, Fleet English Channel supports. Come on, I don't understand. Like, it's not that hard to convoy. You click on the unit.
In the last year.
Oh,
use the shortcut, like type C on your keyboard, and then I've never misordered a convoy and backstabber. I don't know.
I've definitely misclicked, but I've never ordered a supporting.
Oh, I've made the mistake. I know Karthik has too.
Yeah. That should have been an army in con, because you need to get the army into Greece.
Yeah. Though I will say, I've never ordered a support in exchange for a convoy by mistake. I would just like misclick the destination. That's my
What's
issue.
gonna happen? What's gonna happen here? Tell
Let's
me,
see.
Turkey's down. Turkey's flat. They're at 10.
Turkey's about to lose Venice, but he has a guess at Budapest or Serbia in exchange.
Mm-hmm. So
And he's gonna-
let's look at this for a second. So Italy can get Venice. Italy has Serbia.
Wait, okay,
How
so
can Italy
Rome
get
is a
Venice?
fleet. So Italy actually has, so okay,
Turkey
Naples and
can
Tunis
Venice.
are definitely going to be covered. But if Italy wants to take back Venice, then he has to leave like Serbia or Budapest is going to be open for taking. Maybe Vienna. It's just a guess over there.
So I think Turkey could still pull this out possibly.
I mean, that kind of misorder by France. Holy shit, dude.
I think that was the finals right there.
That is so bad. That's just nasty. It's very
I mean,
bad.
the move to the convoy from Ankara to Sev only means that Romania has to be the mover to Budapest, right? Or Romania is moving somewhere.
Right.
Okay, I just want to point out that there's no. Never mind. I guess that's fine. I don't know. Turkey should have built an army in Khan and convoyed it through the Aegean or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for us to say, I guess.
Okay, Turkey can keep Greece though, right?
Yeah. No. Greece is his. Like
That's one. Can he take back?
With the right orders, he could take back Serbia.
Take back Serbia. Well, hold on. I mean, Galicia cuts Budapest.
Venice cuts Trieste. Oh, and there's nothing in Trieste.
Yeah, no, I think he can take back Serbia.
Budapest, he gets it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he just has to cut Budapest.
I think he can be at 11.
Yeah, I think so. And I think France will go down to 10.
Maybe England will give him St. Petersburg. Theoretically.
No, Turkey will still be at 10 because he's losing Venice, right? Oh no, he's not losing Venice.
No, I don't understand. How is he losing Venice? He's keeping.
Oh my god, I did not miss. I totally missed that. I kept thinking that he's gonna lose Venice, but no, he can't lose Venice.
It's fleet Rome.
Yeah.
Right. Can't lose Venice.
Yeah, Turkey's up to 11. Good for Turkey. France.
Yeah.
Or 12 if England throws.
12 if England throws. Yes.
I do think France can go to. We'll go down to 10 here because Eddie's gonna get popped. And Liverpool is defendable in theory, so.
Is Liverpool defensible?
Not guaranteed, but like you can win guesses.
No, North Atlantic cuts Clyde, and then Eddie goes to Liverpool, right? But okay, it can.
Right. Well, he switches. Worse, I mean, he can switch Eddie for Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen. Like it looks the most possible. So probably France stays at 11. France at 11. Turkey at 11. Oh, France should be.
That misorder was the game theoretically.
Yeah.
And maybe the tournament.
Yep.
That's so rough.
Here we go.
You have to feel for him there. Oh, and again.
He got Serbia, he got Greece, and he lost Venice?
Yeah, but Venice just went to Rome, so it's fine. Like it just dips.
Now look at England giving him.
Oh, England.
St. Petersburg.
I called it. France was Pez. Called. Eustachio, I love you. Thank you for doing this.
Why don't you message them that they can join the live chat if anyone wants to on Discord. I'll be right back while I get a.
I think we should see who won first because that should be clear now, right? Who actually won?
All right, we'll stop the share. And then we will.
Okay. Hello. So we have yesterday's roster. And Eustachio was Austria yesterday, so the game is his. The finals are his.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. Eustachio's coming. Anyone can join if they want. Eustachio, you're on mute. We don't see your video, bro.
Just one second. I'm setting up. I'll be on camera in a second.
Oh, cool.
We were wrong about every guess yesterday, but I was right about heads today, so I'm holding on to that.
The issues get with guessing players is if you're wrong about one, that kind of throws off every other guess.
That's my excuse.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going for.
Congratulations.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm shocked I actually came out on top with my worst power in Turkey in the final game.
You should not have won that war against Jackson, but I'm very happy to see that you did, because I was rooting for you since like very early on in the game.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Jonathan, you played Germany valiantly today. Who were you yesterday?
Oh,
I think you're on mute.
Yep, I was Russia yesterday.
Okay.
Eustachio, tell us. I mean, you made a lot of bold moves, man, with all that support to you, all that love you were showing to Italy.
Well, like lately in the Speedboat, it's so hard for Turkey to get an ally, even in Russia. Like nobody wants to ally with Turkey. So I tried to do a flexible opening where I could see what happens after spring 1901. And then when I saw Italy and Austria fighting, I'll engage Russia, see what happens with Italy and Austria, how that shakes out. And, somebody will be my friend, hopefully, after that. And I just tried to keep the alliance going as long as I could, because like France got off to such a ridiculously good start. Like I couldn't believe how well they were doing early. And so trying to engage with Italy while that powerhouse was growing just wouldn't have been a good idea. I wanted to have him have a chance to go and take a whack at Iberia, cut France down a little bit. So I didn't want to fight until that point. And I could have even actually gone a little bit longer without fighting him, because I had the opportunity to get some armies into Scandinavia if I wanted to, but he started fighting me at that point, so I had to respond. And but in both of these games, I just tried to be as good of an ally as I could to Russia and then to Italy, respectively, just to try and maintain some support into the end game where everybody tries to turn on each other, basically.
You got a little lucky. You never really moved on Jackson as Italy until Jackson moved on you.
Yeah.
And I had one question I had.
You guys go forward. I'm going to break out for a cigar, and I'll be back in 1 minute. You guys keep going. Talk to him.
So one question both me and Saren had for you, Eustachio, was in fall 1905, you supported yourself into, you supported your fleets into Bulgaria East Coast once Russia was already dead. And basically you had no real need for it there. Both me and Saren thought it was overly subservient to Italy, but it clearly worked out for you. What were you thinking when you made that move?
Yeah, that was a purely diplomatic move, just to try and encourage those fleets to head towards France. I mean, positionally, it's a bad move, right? There's no need for the fleet there. And Constantinople is a more flexible, neutral position, but I just wanted him to make sure, like, I wasn't trying to get to Aegean or Ionian. I just wanted him to have the confidence that he could go west if he wanted to. And at that point, I think, I don't remember what France was at, but France was still the big power, I think.
Yeah, France was at 8, while Italy was at 7, and you were at 6.
Right. So Italy had two options. They could either try to cut down the board leader, or they could come after me and try to win a race. And I mean, I still had that army in Armenia, so I had some defense, and I think I was getting a build that year. I'm not positive, but I felt like if he came after me, I could at least make it very difficult for him so that he wouldn't win that race with France. And so I just tried to make it appealing for him to take that other direction because I knew that would open things up for me.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously the fleet's not doing anything there.
It did sort of work out in the end, right? Because there was one point where Jackson had 3 units just holding on to Spain, 3 units used to like hold on to 1 dot. So that meant that he was actually fighting you with fewer units than you had, even though he was like 1 or 2 more centers than you at that point.
It was 10-8, and then you had 3 on in Spain.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
But it worked out. It worked out fantastically for Turkey, and I think this was a very good example of how to actually play Turkey in this meta that I'll be taking note of.
It's
I mean,
the best
it
game.
helps. It helps if Italy attacks Austria in Spring 01. To be fair.
Yeah,
that does help a lot.
Yeah, no, you talked. I was very happy to see the move to Constantinople of the fleet in spring 1901. Like, I thought that was a great, like, move to change up sort of like the meta, like, strategy of how other countries behave.
Yeah. Lately, I've been using like the neutral openings where hold Smyrna or go to Syria, and I haven't been able to get enough traction with them. So I just wanted to try something different and outside the box that would, maybe shake up the game a little bit, give me a unique opportunity. And I mean, that still could have gone a wide variety of ways. I was very lucky to have Italy enter into Trieste and follow into Venice in spring 01. But, I mean, I could have reacted to the board in a variety of ways there. I'm not sure if Russia was necessarily against me, so I may have been able to work a juggernaut if the IT didn't work out. So it worked out this time. I've played that opening other times where it was a disaster too. So, but it gives you some options.
At least it gives you a chance, I think. Like, I feel like the neutral opening, as you say, almost always ends in failure for Turkey nowadays. Taking a gamble at least gives you a chance, like, defend against Lepanto, try to get Russia on side, or if Italy does something crazy like this, suddenly you're in a good position to go after, like, and do some fun things.
Is this what you were asking about? I'm back now, but the move to the East Coast?
Yeah, that's what we asked about. It was just purely diplomatic, which is what we figured. But, like, we wondered if it could have been done, like, more safely, but he explained why he thought that was a better diplomatic move, and I think it made sense to us why he did it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was the other thing I was hoping is that
Austria yesterday and Turkey today, there's no question you won at 53.42 points.
Yeah, I was fortunate to share the board top yesterday. That game was a roller coaster. I thought I was doing really good at the start where it looked like I was going to get up to 6 pretty quickly with the AR alliance, but then Italy decided to jump into Greece, which cost me Bulgaria as well. And so after that, it was...
I was really disappointed that like Italy jumped into Greece and then helped you back into Bulgaria.
I was surprised that Austria went along with it. Like
I was so crushed.
Maximize your score. That's what you do if you want to maximize your score. But at that point, I'm just suiciding. So maybe this is why I don't win very much, because I suicide very easily. But
I mean, I tried, but like then Russia came down, and then I was like, well, what are you gonna do?
Chris, for this game, I liked the support. I liked Finland's support Moscow into St. Petersburg. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, I specifically like ordered the support instead of just holding, just to let it be known that I wanted that to happen.
Yeah, of course, you always do that. This is actually quite an interesting North to watch. This second game. I mean, Jonathan, I know like it was always very tough for you, and you didn't really like have much play at any point really after Pez just walked into Belgium and Munich in the very first year. Jesus, I was
Jonathan, this is where it ended for you.
Well, I mean, obviously I made the in retrospect mistake to not cover Munich. But with what I was afraid of with England opening that hard, which I think you actually talked about I looked at the beginning of the cast, was the risk that England would try going to Holland, and I thought I wanted to make sure I got at least a build. what I did wrong, I think afterwards, I built Munich and built Kiel instead of Berlin. It should have been building Kiel. I should have been building Berlin and
Right
then
here.
blocking Kiel. And I didn't see that till after the build, and I was like, well, now I'm dead. And it was just the rest of the game was just frustration, especially then when England moved in on me instead of France. I'm like, seriously? And so then he walked out again, and I'm like, what is England even doing?
I mean, I kind of expected you I was sort of moving in to deal with Russia, expecting it would take France a little bit more. I'd have a little bit more time to come back with France, and then you just sort of imploded within a season. It's like, well, shit.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you're moving in on Russia, you're telling the board that you're allied with France. And so when you moved back, I don't think you were wrong to move into Scandinavia. I think you were wrong to walk back out again.
I mean, well,
I was surprised right here you didn't. I mean,
from my perspective, like if I ally with France here, I definitely lose.
But you never attacked France effectively. Like that was the thing that got me for like the entire game. You never attacked France effectively, and you never allied with him.
I mean, so from game one, I was eliminated, so I had to I couldn't share a board top in this game and win.
Who did you play yesterday?
I was Turkey.
So you were out yesterday. You had 0 points. You had to solo basically.
Yeah, so I needed like a runaway victory. So if I don't turn on France here, like I considered like taking Denmark or doing something, then I end up like with maybe I board top by like a dot or two, which doesn't get me there.
Yeah.
So my only option is to turn on France and like try and do something.
Well, yes, but I feel like you should have done that from the start in 1902. Like I feel like 1902 cost you your chance at the top because you waffled.
I mean, I don't know. I think
you're saying right here because of the army build by France that he had an opportunity to move to English Channel.
Yeah, or
I argue that the board top for England was cost in 1901 when France got 3 builds after England opened.
Yeah, and then again when you didn't I expect like you just walk out all your dots and give them to France. You know, if I expected this moves from you, I would have gone harder after France. But I thought you they talked about in the commentary where you take back Munich, take back Kiel. And you go down to your 3 home centers, and then I help you sort of back in as necessary.
Yeah, I think also part of the issue though is that you built Army Kiel instead of Army Berlin.
Yeah, that was a major mistake. And then I'm like, well, I guess I have to go after Belgium, but I was assuming I could count on England coming down to help out, and it would just be taking longer.
Yeah, I mean, the issue with that though is it makes it a lot less desirable for England to come down, right? Because if France is just not going to go down units, right, then it makes it a lot harder for him to justify going after you. Part of me wonders, I don't think it would have worked out for him particularly well because I mean Pez is a competent, smart player, but part of me wonders if he had just stuck with the EF for a little longer, get builds in Denmark and Sweden and St. Petersburg, if he could have just gone up to 8 or something like that, and then just capably defended the English homeland against Pez's eventual stab. I think here where he waffled, he kind of got the worst of both worlds.
I mean, I sort of predicted that given Pez had such a forward position, I would get maybe Denmark, Sweden, and then I wouldn't get anything on the homeland.
Chris,
can you hear us, Pez? We don't see you, but can you hear us?
Hello?
You gotta unmute.
Hello?
We can hear you, Ed.
We can't hear Pez, who's joined.
Okay.
I can't see Pez either. I wasn't even aware he joined.
I'm here.
Okay.
My computer doesn't work. I try to join again. Just a minute.
Okay, well, we'll keep talking without you then.
So, Chris, if you were Turkey yesterday, then that meant you got either your first or second choice today, right?
I put in England, France as my first 2.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that you would pick England as your first choice. What was the rationale behind that?
I had France over England and lost the coin flip.
still, England as the second choice, I'd consider to be pretty bold. But
I wanted to make sure I was in the like the west side. Like I knew I could like guarantee sort of like what sphere I was in,
yeah,
and I wanted to be in the west because I feel like I like know what to do there a little bit more than like the east maybe. And I haven't had much success playing Germany, so.
that's fair. That's probably fair. Yeah,
Who did Pez play yesterday?
Pez was oh, that's a good question.
It was Germany.
Yeah, Pez was Germany yesterday. So
I was really surprised I got Germany today because I was I think picking last, and I would have picked Germany. I had it like middle of the pack, I think, both days.
Mhm.
Well, statistically, Germany is, great in Speedboat.
Mhm.
Yeah, it does. Like, and that was like my thing is like there are powers I'm more comfortable with, but I would have figured like somebody would have wanted it.
Yeah, like I would assume that Russia or Turkey would have been last, like almost
yeah,
certainly.
same. I mean, Turkey was near the last because Eustachio got it after having a joint board top yesterday. Who was? Wait, so Russia was Roy, who was France yesterday. So like Russia was fairly high up in terms of.
Roy was France yesterday.
All right, Ez, you can hear us now. We can see you.
I'm here.
Are you?
Two questions in the beginning. I mean, this is a bold move.
It's the move I asked him to make in the commentary.
What move?
I said he should make rather.
Look at the screen. Call 1901.
Yeah. I tried everything possible. I wanted to ally with the UK, with England, and so I tried to see if I could weaken Germany.
Yesterday, you played who?
Yesterday, I was Germany.
Okay. And then, pardon my language. How did you fuck that up?
Because can you see my phone?
You're playing on your phone?
It was midnight and my internet went down. So I had to pass from computer to telephone. In fact, it was a grace period, my fault, because my computer didn't have internet anymore. I had to do it with the phone.
All right, so tell us about your game here today. This would have won you the game, maybe the tournament, if your internet had not gone down.
No, I don't think so, because England decided to give the game away to Turkey.
Well, the move to St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
I think even if England hadn't done that, France and Turkey would still only have drawn, and then the tiebreaker would have gone to Eustachio because of higher score yesterday. So.
I was very near, but I see that Turkey got Greece too, so it was impossible for me to win.
Yeah, it would have been a 12-12 tie in this game, and then Eustachio wins because of game one, because of the 2 points in game one, or however.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a good point. So I guess if we're going to have an Italian win, it's an American Italian. Tell us about the game today from your perspective.
I tried to play very strong because I knew I had to top the board and with some gap respect to all the others. So I wanted to have a long-term alliance with England, but after a couple of years, he decided to come against me. So my tactic was, when he built Liverpool, I knew that the alliance had ended.
Yep.
The problem is that I was having too many successes in Germany. I was destroying him, and so England understood that I was getting too big. Like yesterday. Yesterday I was Germany, and I got to 8 in 3-4 years without willing to grow up so strongly. But
Yeah.
every move went well. So I conquered a lot of supply centers, more than I expected.
You had the same problem yesterday as today. You went too big too fast.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I think that Eustachio was too strong. He grows gradually, but he never stops.
I'm just shocked that Italy like kept on with the attack on Austria after like the first couple of years. Like I imagine Turkey must have been very happy to see that, but it surprised, I think, all of us commentating.
Yeah, I was a little worried he would turn against me after I missed supporting him into Romania. I actually had that order entered and then I changed it, and that cost him an army. So I was a little bit nervous that the East was going to start working against me at some point when it looked like the attack against Austria wasn't going to work.
Yeah, it's a shame that neither Super Wordy nor Jackson is here, so we can't ask them about any of what happened in the East. But yeah,
I thought it was a very entertaining game, especially the IT.
I thought this was a very well played game. Like, even better than the first one. I really liked how everything worked out.
I mean, Eustachio was going back and forth there, man. It was in the balance. When you lost Vienna, I think Serbia near the end in 10, I was like,
I mean, by then Turkey definitely had like the edge. It was just a matter of like getting delayed the few turns that might have cost him the game. It all worked out in the end.
And yeah, I wasn't sure who like France and Italy were exactly. I was actually I figured like Russia and Austria were probably some of my competition from yesterday. I don't think that turned out to be the case, but it was interesting in the game one. I was the third overall pick and I got my fourth choice of power. So I knew that two of the people that had picked ahead of me had either England, Germany, or Italy. And I was anticipating them probably ending up in Austria or Russia today, but I guess people picked those powers a little bit earlier than I expected. But it's sort of, there's always that element of doubt of what score you're actually competing against with the anonymous first game. And
so Eustachio, you win the gunboat Nexus. You were in the season 5 finals. You won the second Speedboat. Pez, does he get a Hall of Fame for this one?
Yeah. I didn't. Eustachio has a Hall of Fame for his victory.
He's already in the Hall of Fame from Gunboat, but he can get,
As long as you don't give it to Borg for first Speedboat finals, we're all okay.
Borg already has the Hall of
Only
Fame.
Italians can be in the Hall of Fame. Come on. All right. Anything else anyone want to say? We don't have our Eastern powers other than Eustachio, but he clearly got the better of Jackson and did great.
Just that if you ever open like this as Italy to me, I will just suicide on you because I know that my game is lost as it was for Austria here. So I'm not going to wait around.
Yeah, it's definitely the right move, I think, for Austria to suicide Italy there. I can't believe Super Wordy just let it happen and just like was like he did and he tried to survive instead of just punishing it.
Yeah, it's pretty much never gonna work out, which is just very sad because like I've been saying, this is not a terrible opening for Italy. Like we saw it work out pretty decently for Jackson through the mid game here.
Yeah.
Like it's not bad for Italy. It's one of Italy's like stronger openings. It's just that if you're Austria, you have to artificially punish it because otherwise, what's to stop him from doing it every time?
Yep.
I think it actually makes a little bit of sense too with the current meta because Austria and Russia are lining up so much that Italy and Turkey, it's sort of a natural counter to that. So I mean, I don't like that opening myself. I wouldn't play it, but I can understand why that's starting to develop a little bit in the current
Well,
situation.
imagine it finally opened up the same as it did yesterday with Venice to Piedmont, Rome to Venice. Entire game structure is different.
Yeah, that was actually what I was expecting, and part of why I wanted to get into the Aegean Sea so quickly, because I knew there probably wasn't going to be a fleet in the Ionian to contest it right away. That fleet would go to Tunis, and so I thought I'd be able to maybe make a play on Greece right away if we got a Juggernaut going, and that was the idea behind my opening. But when I saw what happened, I looked at other options.
All right,
But
guys,
I gotta get going actually. But it was I really enjoyed the commentary. All three of you. It really helped a lot, and thank you so much for your work on this.
You're welcome. Anyone else have any final words, or we'll shut her down?
Just to echo, thanks for commenting. It's super interesting to like go back and look at the advice.
Not that we have any advice. Hey, thanks so much, guys. And this will be up soon enough for those who didn't see the live stream. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you all.